Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now December 26th of 2021, and ever since the very end of The Mandalorian Season 2 and The Bad Batch, a lot of Star Wars fans around the world have truly been looking forward to the future of the Star Wars universe by Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, Bob Chapek, George Lucas, and others out there like Deborah Chow and Robert Rodriguez coming on board, as well as new creators that will be announced at Star Wars Celebration. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way, guys, I am on Twitter at Mike01 if you guys want to go ahead and give me a follow on there. I do post a couple of entertaining things from time to time and really make sure to interact with you guys further. So we're now in a very interesting phase of the Star Wars universe. We are days away from the Book of Boba Fett arriving on December 29th on Disney+. Followed by that, we have, of course, the Kenobi TV series dropping in May of 2022. We got other shows like The Bad Batch Season 2, Mando Season 3, and let's not even forget about the Star Wars Andor series as well. So, beyond all of this, we already know that John, George, and Dave are working together as a trio to really bring back Star Wars Legends in its majority. Basically, what they're doing is that they're taking the highlights from Legends, such as the Thrawn Trilogy, Dark Empire, the New Jedi Order books, and such around those lines, and really transferring it over into the Disney canon to really kind of give us this new take on Star Wars. And that's exactly what George, John, and Dave are trying their absolute best to do. However, when it all roots to Gina Carano, alright, we lost her as an actress back in February of this year, when she was fired in a very improper way by Kathleen Kennedy, of course, from The Mandalorian Season 3 and from the Mandoverse as a whole. So, with that being said, however, what's even all the more intriguing has everything to do with what, of course, has been going on between Gina Carano and Jon Favreau. So, now that both Disney and Lucasfilm are focused on their new Star Wars projects, like Star Wars Ahsoka and the Kenobi series, both Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are actively involved with a series of shows that will be announced at Star Wars Celebration next year. However, it's described that for a while now, both Jon Favreau and Gina Carano have been keeping in touch and having conversations about her return for The Mandalorian Season 4 in order to bring her back as Cara Dune instead of a relative like how Disney wants her to. There is one significant thing that Gina did recently that truly saved the Star Wars franchise with all the new shows and films that will be under supervision by Favreau and Filoni. One thing that Gina did was that she listened to all the fans on all social media platforms of what they wanted to see in the Star Wars universe and transferred a majority of that all over to Jon Favreau, including what she feels that she should have been, of course, done to the franchise a long time ago. Now, it's described that Gina herself is the one who convinced Favreau to bring back Mara Jade into the Disney canon, as well as Dark Jedi in the Book of Boba Fett, and to respect the Skywalker family and other TV shows. Gina Carano also pressed Favreau to actually expand Luke Skywalker's family by implementing the son of Luke Skywalker to be used in the new universe eventually for Star Wars, and that is something that Favreau is going to introduce in Mando Season 4 for 2023, and a brand new Star Wars series dubbed as Star Wars Jedi Knight that will revolve around Luke and his Jedi students, plus his entire family. Now, let me just stop right here. In case you guys did not know, there is a TV show in the works called Jedi Knight. That's the working title. It's not the official title, but it's going to feature Luke Skywalker, his family, you know, all his relatives like Leia and such, and it's really going to focus more so on the Jedi students of his, giving us a more vivid view of Luke's early life, his road to becoming a Jedi Master, his road to really kind of perfecting his craft as a Jedi and collecting Jedi lore. So I kind of like that take on it. It's not a strict Luke Skywalker series per se, but it's going to be a series where Luke, yes, is the main character, but you also have other characters like the Jedi students following in his path. That, to me, I think is a very interesting way to go about doing things, and if it weren't for Gina Carano really pushing all of that toward Favreau, it's hard to say on whether or not Favreau would have done this. I know Favreau's a very creative guy, he's very imaginative, he knows what he's doing, but I think that regardless he would have gotten to that show sooner or later, but not quite as soon as if, you know, Gina did not step in. So with that being said, alright, if it weren't for Gina Carano pushing all of this over to Favreau, the Jedi Knight project would probably not be in early development period as of right now. Now, this is something that was considered a good idea after Carano got in touch with Favreau and really went over all the fan requests of what they want to see in the Star Wars universe, that many are calling now the Mandoverse. This, in addition, is going to be something that will allow Favreau to use as a guideline of what's going to work with the fans and what's not going to work with them. So that's a very interesting turn of events, the fact that Carano is the one that really kind of convinced Favreau to pay more attention to the fandom and to kind of use them as a guideline of what's going to work and what's not going to work. Now, that's not to say that he's going to listen to every fan and just throw everything in Star Wars aimlessly, but what he's going to do is that he's going to look at a large amount of the fandom and kind of sum things up of what's likable in Star Wars and what's not likable, and how they can actually, you know, kind of alter that in their own way and kind of make it very much enjoyable. We already saw that what they're doing with the Book of Boba Fett looks very much amazing. It looks like that we're getting Dark Jedi in there, and it matches directly with the leaks that we went over a couple of weeks ago about them implementing Dark Jedi into the Book of Boba Fett series. I don't know if you guys checked out the latest teaser trailer. Go ahead and check it out. But with that being said, the thing that really catches my interest is the fact that we have, of course, people like Favreau and Filoni having all of these conversations with Gina still. They have another major meeting coming up in mid-January with the higher-ups over at Disney to kind of really further regulate the franchise. Now, this, in addition, is going to be something that will allow Favreau to, once again, like I say, use as a guideline. And separate from all of this, Carano also made it clear to Favreau that the fans need to be watched in order to get a better idea of how to direct Star Wars in the right path. From this point forward, Favreau and Filoni are said to be following many fan requests, all thanks to Gina for pushing this concept, which is why the Book of Boba Fett and other shows are going to have tons of Star Wars Legends material like never before. This is so that Favreau can really make sure that each and every TV show is going to be a big success to the Star Wars fandom, and that Disney CEO Bob Chapek is proud to allow Favreau to do this moving ahead in order to truly reshape the brand into something new and more respectful to the entire fan base around the globe. Now, Celebration of 2022 will also announce several new projects that have yet to be announced that will really take the fans by surprise. Now, the thing about that is that Celebration next year, alright, it's going to be in May of next year. It's going to show us a large amount of TV shows that's going to stretch all the way until 2024 or 2025, like that late into the decade. The thing that really gets me the most, alright, is the fact that we have somebody so great like Jon Favreau now listening to, of course, Gina Carano and what the fans really want to see. And if it weren't for Gina Carano, we wouldn't have this excellent guidance that Favreau now has and has had for a couple of months now, even more so, by listening to everybody on Twitter and what the fans want to see on, of course, the new Star Wars universe. And the fact that they are going to be paying more attention to the Skywalker family. It's also another thing to really kind of think about and, wonder, whether or not John, George, and Dave are going to pull things off. I have no doubt about that. I think that they will, and I really do trust in all of them. So, overall, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.